So what's going on behind the unemployment numbers? We'll build on what we know about unemployment and start using our knowledge to look at the current data on this episode of the Economists Militia. We last talked about unemployment on September 8th. Since then, the U.S. Department of Labor estimates that more than 500,000 more Americans have become unemployed. The national unemployment rate, according to the current population survey, stands at 10% for November. ADP's National Employment Report showed we lost 203,000 jobs in September and another 169,000 in October. Now that's the 8th consecutive month of decreasing job losses, and only in Washington can the patient bled less be considered a success. The Labor Department's numbers showed disturbingly large increases in those workers classified as long-term unemployed. If you were one of the 5.6 million Americans out of work for more than 27 weeks in September, the news that your ranks swelled by nearly 300,000 is unwelcome and downright depressing. Just over 38% of the unemployed are long-term, which is the highest that number has been since the Great Depression. Discouraged workers, which you'll remember aren't counted as unemployed by your government, also increased significantly. The number has ballooned by more than a third in the past year. So, when President Obama and Vice President Biden talk about the employment outlook improving and the stimulus plan working, where exactly is it improving and how exactly is it working? Well, if you're in the construction, manufacturing, or information sectors, you experienced large drops in payroll. The increases in employment are in the healthcare and temporary worker sections. That's right, temp workers are one of just two bright spots in the jobs market. No benefits, no holidays, lousy pay, and the joy of being disposable. That's the bright spot. I know it's just one example, and I know one example is not necessarily representative of the market, but a friend had a baby a few weeks ago and got fired from her job as a contractor. She's got nearly no recourse. Her employer isn't the place she worked every day since she was a contractor, a temporary worker. She's in the information sector, and it's just one of the more than 500,000 stories from the last 2 months. But it burns me that while this is happening, we've got a president flying to Norway to accept an award and bopping over to Japan and bowing like he's Mr. Miyagi. Tell truth to power. Hear the real story. Think for yourself. Join the conversation at econmilitia.com. Take back your inalienable rights.